Langhe Nebbiolo is definitely our most interesting wine because you can really have an idea of the Nebbiolo, the fresh and young Nebbiolo. Typically, Langhe Nebbiolo is made by obviously Nebbiolo grape 100%, grown on the property and made by the youngest vines. For every year, we go in the vineyard and we make two different harvests. Because in a plot we have old vines and young vines, because every year some vines die, so we have to replace them. But when they are only 5, 6, 7, 10 years old, they are too young to make a great wine like Barolo, which is our top appellation of the area, made by Nebbiolo grape. So we use this these vines to make a more young and approachable and more ready Nebbiolo. That's why we have a separate harvest from the young vines to the old vines. And with the young vines we make a very soft vinification, lower in temperature, so we try to make a more expressive floral Nebbiolo. So you can recognize more violet, rose, raspberry, cherry. It's very typical of the Nebbiolo. So very light in color, very delicate on the nose, floral, and the taste has obviously a lot of tannins, because Nebbiolo indeed has a lot of tannins. But it's definitely something very smooth and light that match very well with dishes like risotto with radicchio or cheese risotto, with some pasta like pasta with ragu alla bolognese, macaroni, this kind of first courses. Obviously also very good with some steak. You don't need to have a very special and rich tasty steak, but something very normal, like a grilled T-bone. Barolo is definitely the flagship of the area and of the winery. Barolo Monfalletto is definitely the most important one, because represented the blend of all the vineyards grown at the Monfalletto property. So basically Monfalletto is simply the name of the property where we grown the Nebbiolo. And basically is the blend of all these plots. Only the old vines vineyard. And to be a Barolo, Nebbiolo, which is the grape variety used to make Barolo, must be aged 2 years in oak and 1 in bottle. This is a rule, so we cannot make any other take any other decision. So 3 years is the minimum before release any vintage of Barolo. And the particularity of the Barolo Monfalletto is that is a Barolo very approachable, very delicate, even if it's a very powerful and strong wine, because Barolo is a wine that ages perfectly for decades and is definitely good after some years, like 5, 6, 7 years. When it's young, it's definitely more delicate and approachable compared to some other Barolos of the property and also of some other producers, grown in another part of the Barolo area, not very far away. We are talking about a couple of miles or 5, 6 miles away, but where the soil composition and the microclimate give different expression of the Nebbiolo, really stronger and more full body, which is good, but definitely needs some more time to be approachable. So the beauty of the Monfalletto Barolo is that you can immediately drink it. It's very expressive of the Nebbiolo taste. You can recognize a lot of notes of flowers like violet, dry roses, cherry, blackberry, tobacco, vanilla, so it's very complex on the nose. And the mouth is very rich, longer aftertaste, typically a good acidity, so it's a very fresh wine. and a lot of tannins. So it's perfect with our typical cuisine made of meat, especially game, wild pork, deer, duck, and also the beef we have, which is very typical, the Piedmontese beef, and fat cheese, of course.